on, everybody? It's your boy JC the Truth, back with another live reaction, and this is the Truth TV. Man, it feels so good to be back. I can't lie to y'all, man. I've missed y'all. I've missed this. Y'all know this is my passion. This is what I love to do. Um, but yeah, I had to take a day off, and yeah, I only took a day off, but that's all I needed, man. That's all I needed. Just a little R&R. I just need to rest and just reboot, recharge. But I'm good to go. I'm here. I'm back for it. Um, as y'all can see, got a late night banger for you. Uh, this one, Money Game Part 3. We have been going through the Money Game series. Started with the original, the first Money Game. My boy Ren here had done an excellent job of breaking these down and just pointing out so many of the problems and the issues going on around the world, um, in the government and our leadership, um, abuses of power, just not wanting to help, just so much. And he just painted a real vivid picture and just drew it out so well and explained it so well as he always does. Um, and finally, that brings us to the conclusion. Money Game Part 3. I don't really know what to expect here because, in the first one he brought up the problems, right? And in the second one he broke them down and he detailed them. And so I don't really know what direction he's going to go with this one, but I'm excited for it. I hope y'all excited for it. To my new subscribers, I appreciate y'all, man. Your support, man, it speaks volumes. It means more to me than I could ever hope to express. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank y'all and welcome to the Truth TV. As always, man, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, share down below. You can also support me on Patreon. Your support means everything to me, helps me continue to do what I love to do and bringing y'all great content. And with that being said, man, I'm ready to get into this thing. It's been a while. It feels like it's been a while. um, you know, but we back. We back. We here for it. Uh, Again, this is Ren Money Game Part 3. If y'all ready, I'm ready. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm sorry, man, but this piano, this scene here just reminded me when I was a kid, man. My grandma had a piano, and I really wish I would have spent more time with it and got to learn, and so I could have one day got to the level where I could actually play it good, like this. But this just reminded me of that, man, because I love live instruments, and I love the fact that Ring play live instruments, the guitar, piano, I don't know, probably anything he get his hands on. But um, yeah, man, that just a trip down memory lane for y'all. Too cold. Ah, with the bag on the head, and the rope. Oh, hold up. Smooth transition. Uh-oh. It's two of them. And we know one of them got to be Ren. Gotta be. Yeah, that's him. Ding. Oh, here we go.
you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years
That resonates, man. That resonates because as a young man, as a kind of growing up, it was always just kind of drilled into my head, what a man was, how a man is supposed to act and respond to things in life. Not necessarily by my father in particular, but by different men throughout my life that were in the picture, and that just kind of resonates because when that's drilled in your head at an early age, man, it can really stick with you, man. It can stay with you for a long time, maybe your whole life. And, depending on what it is exactly and what kind of path it might take you down, it can have some devastating consequences. Hopefully, not the case here, but knowing Ren, man, you never really know what to expect. But that definitely resonates with me there.
here, son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His
Notice I said that to nurture the flame. Yeah. And you can't help but think that the whole time, he's progressing and he's growing and he's just steadily doing better. What his dad told him and how he was taught, um, it's just constantly always like there at the forefront of his mind, as a form of motivation. And then also, this here, doing things like this, anything that they could possibly do, you know what I mean, to keep him motivated, keep him going in the right direction, the direction they wanted him to go in, which is kind of sad to see in itself. You know what I mean? Because you want to let your kids choose for themselves. At the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with hoping, having dreams for them. You know what I mean? But don't force it on them. Uh, that's really all I'm saying.
daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. Now
Uh, yo, Ren talking, man. My boy is speaking as always, and he's saying some real shit. And the way that he's just breaking this down, again, just like he did in the first two, just painting a very vivid picture here of a very honest and brutal reality for a lot of people. Ah, man.
adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can.
And that's the point I was gonna make originally. He hit on a couple important points there. One, as I mentioned before in some of my other videos, uh, no, at the end of the day, man, most people don't care. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you happy. Um, Jealousy and greed and envy are all real things, and that's a very real reality. Uh, and then on top of that, you know what I mean? Yeah, take all that you can, but not at the cost of others. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Not at if it means you gotta hurt people along the way and use people along the way, then that's just a line you don't want to cross, man, because that can also lead to some really bad places. But let's go. This is great.
Yeah, an dope, but he's practically a millionaire. 18 and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns that truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself.
Oh my God. The truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. Holy shit. My man's just talking here, y'all. He's speaking, man. He is speaking. That was deep, damn.
It's just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself.
Manipulate the data and the lie will sell itself. Absolutely. Yo, shout out Ren, man. This dude is just a creative genius, man. A lyrical genius, and just fuck it, man. Y'all already know. Let's go.
Just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here, son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 20.
See, and he's really doing a great job of showing here the path that you have to take to get some of these things, like money, fame, success, right? Um, and along that path, man, it can become a real slippery slope, and you got to be very careful how you navigate that, man, because it's real easy to slip and fall and get caught up in some things that you shouldn't have got caught up, like you seen here. Like you said, man's doing cocaine and drinking Cristal or champagne, whatever it was, and then now here apparently getting into what looks like the arms business. You know what I mean? And that's just a lot that can come with you. It's so easy to get caught up. Um, in so many bad things along the way, and that's why I said it's just a slippery slope that you just really got to be careful how you navigate it. But being pushed like that, man, and wanting it so bad, it can just cause you to put yourself in a lot of bad places, be surrounded by a lot of bad people, and just make a lot of bad decisions, man. And that's what it looks like is happening here. And if that is the case, then Lord knows it's not going to end well. But let's go.
25, and his daddy tells him, listen here, son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 30.
Yeah. See. And that's what I was saying, man. That slippery slope that's so easy to slide off of and fall into the wrong things, all because you want it that much, you know what I mean? And then not only that, but going back to what I said about what his dad told him from an early age, you know what I mean, and how aggressive he was with it. I feel like that was just the driving factor for all of this, you know. Not, I wouldn't say the driving factor obviously is going to be greed, at least how I see it. But one of the driving factors for sure is that constant voice in the back of, you know, the kid's mind that's telling him, you know, his dad's voice telling him like, hey, this is what you got to do. This is how you got to do it. This is all that matters by any means, basically. And by any means can often lead to things like this, man. And it's just sad, uh, but it happens more often than you'd think. Let's go.
31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
Uh,
35. He gets the call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36. Getting pissed.
Oh, ooh, yeah. That one there definitely resonates with me, y'all. I can't lie to you. I I've had that phone call. Um, and let's just say I was in a very bad place when I got it. I wasn't prepared for it, as you can imagine, no one would be. And I didn't handle it well, but that is eerily enough how I found out that my dad had passed away. And to add to that, uh, he too passed of a heart attack. And oh, my bad, Joe. But listen, this is some of the brilliance and the genius of Ren and what he's able to do. It really is. Um, the vivid picture that he's able to paint. Um, not just in his videos, but just in your own mind. You know, because you could see, at least I can see, I can imagine this. You know what I mean? Uh, but yeah, that one there really hit home for me. And also, I just wanted to point out, check this phone out, man. This thing here is beautiful. My grandma had a an old rotary phone in her house when I was a kid, and I used to think that was the coolest thing, man. It would take you forever to dial a fucking number on that thing, but it was beautiful. This here, I've never seen one like this. How about elegant? Right on. Let's get it.
35. He gets the call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36. Getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37. Eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38. With a prostitute, a moment of passion. Heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39. Getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
See, it's just not worth it, man. It's just not, and that's why I say we got to do better, man. Because this, no, this doesn't happen in every case, but it happens it too much. One time is one too many, man. It shouldn't at all. You can't, push people and force manipulation to get what, to force your agenda or force your dream on somebody else. Especially when it's your kids, man. Let your kids live their lives. Let them have their own dreams, man. Like I said, it's okay to want something for them, but don't, do it like this. And I'm telling y'all, man, this is how it can end up, and it's fucking sad. It's heartbreaking. It really is. Oh wow, scene's crazy.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was
Oh,
40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Wayne.
those riches turn to rubble in perspective of old. Ah, yeah, because at the end of the day, man, all the riches in the world is it's not worth anything, if you've if you've sacrificed every part of yourself, you know what I mean? What made you you? What made you genuine? What made people love you and want to be in your life and be a part of it? Yeah, you lose that along the way, man. You lose so much of that along the way. You got to understand that every time you put yourself, in these bad situations, you have to make these hard decisions and you use somebody or you hurt somebody, anything that puts a weight or on your fucking conscience, dude, and your soul and it's just over time it eats away at you, man. And it slowly kills out parts of you. And then you're left just a hollow shell of what you used to be, man. And it's like, yeah, you've got everything in the world. You got everything your dad wanted you to have. You know what I'm saying? And you lived his dream, and but you're not you anymore. So what value is there in any of this? You know what I'm saying, man? It's just dude, Ren does such a good fucking job, man, at portraying this stuff and telling these stories. So it's a huge shout out to him. Amazing.
Round the pavements of his city. 44, inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading
I just said it, bro. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Yeah.
money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him. And it's a version of she. And it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame.
Oh my God, dude. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. I mean, oh, yes. Dude, that is a part of the reason why I never wanted to get involved with the industry, man. Um, Regardless of not if it ever came my way, it's just he said it before, Ren said it, man. The industry is cutthroat. And it is, dude. And it is one of those slippery slopes that you got to be careful how you navigate it.
Money and fame. Call the music.
Yeah, 'cause at the end of the day, it's not worth it, brother. At the end of the day, if you got to sacrifice yourself, man, or you got to hurt people along the way, I'm sorry. Just I know I'm pausing a lot, y'all, and I apologize, but man, I feel a way about a lot of this, and I just feel like I need to share that, man. So, y'all just bear with me, but yeah, it's just in my personal opinion, it's not that sacrifice ain't worth it, man. There's other ways. There's got to be a better way. You know what I'm saying? We got to do better.
The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Call the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution?
Yo, he is fucking speaking, dude. Volumes. Uh, I may have to start a whole separate channel, just a fucking Ren breakdown and analysis channel. Because man, he is saying so much, dude. But oh yeah, this is brilliant, man. Huge shout out to Ren. And by the way, I forgot to mention earlier, if y'all haven't checked out the first two Money Game videos, man, y'all be sure to go check them out. I got my reaction to the first two, and then I also have the original videos also posted on my channel. So y'all be sure and check those out if you haven't, man, because they're great too. This is a masterpiece. Those are too, but this here, oh man,
Killing each other? My solution?
what are we doing here, Ren? I can't act like I don't see what I see on the table, man.
Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains.
Uh,
But if we teach kids in
Facts.
schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me,
Mm.
then there's no future I see where the humans survive with parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface and consume till it dies. And
Parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Oh, fuck. You know, as much as I hate to say it, I feel like that's a pretty accurate description of humanity at this point. Um, Overall, and it's sad, and it hurts me, and it hurts my heart that I even got to say that. But I mean, it's just bad right now, man. You can't sugarcoat it. It is what it is. The world's not in a great state. People are more lost now than ever. But you know, that's just one man take on it.
with cannibal minds, mold will grow upon the surface and consume till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise.
Deep, very deep.
45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Uh, Woo. My bad, y'all. That's just something I can't watch. But oh, dude, presses on the trigger of a money game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is that not a line he used in the first money game? Ah, dude, this was deep. This is beyond deep. This was next level deep. Um, he says so much, man. Damn. And I just have to go back to what I said about pushing somebody, you know, so hard and just constant, and that constantly being in their mind and driving them, and forcing them down paths and to make decisions and to hurt people along the way and use people along the way, and how eventually that all just drains on you and drains on you and eats away at you until there's nothing left, man. And then, like he just showed here at the end, it gets to the point to where you're questioning everything. You're questioning the value in things. You're questioning the value in yourself. Um, just a whole life full of it. And eventually it becomes too much, man, and you break under the pressure. And more often than not, this is the sad, unfortunate outcome, man. And it's fucking sad and it's heartbreaking. And I hate that it's like this. And that's why I keep going back to we just got to do better, man. And it's not everybody. It's not. But I feel like as a whole, as a people, yeah, absolutely, dude. Because what we're doing right now, it's not fucking working, man. It's not. The people are hurting, dude. The world's in a bad place, man. That's all I'm gonna say. And listen, shit. This one was great. This one was great. Big shout out to Ren. Uh, a very deep and a very real story. He depicted it brilliantly, um, both lyrically and visually, as he always does. Fantastic artist, man. If y'all haven't already, be sure to shoot over to his page and show him some love. Like, share, subscribe to him, man. Always support and show love to the original artist. As far as this song, man, it just hit on so many levels and it resonated so deeply with me on so many different points. But that's to be expected with Ren, man. That's just what he does. He finds a way, right? He's gonna bring something out of you every time you listen to his music, man. Especially ones like this, because this is something that hits home for everybody, and this is something that is so important. I've said it before, you know, all these songs, all the Money Game series, this is so important that we have this, you know, so that someday when we're all gone, people can look back at this and see how, uh, the reality of how we were living, or at least through through one man's perspective of how the times were, and the struggles of the times, man. That's important. The truth is important, you know. And yeah, man. With that being said, this has been Ren Money Game Part 3. Brilliant, simply brilliant. I highly recommend, if y'all haven't, to go check out the first two money games. They are also equally brilliant. Um, yep, huge shout out to Ren. Huge shout out, as always, another masterpiece. And with that being said, man, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up, man. I still got more work to do. Uh, like I said, I had to take the day off, and even though it was just a day, man, um, I missed this, and I feel like I missed out on some time where I could have been getting some more projects done. Uh, but listen, that's just me, man. That's just me being worker bee. You know how it is. Uh, but yeah, man. With that being said, as always, y'all stay real, stay humble. It's your boy JC the Truth. This has been the Truth TV. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Much love.